basketball association and the Sacramento Kings have really been a safe and enjoyable sports experience. We therefore ask you to refrain from any disruptive behavior, such as fighting, throwing objects, attempting to enter the court, or interrupting or using offensive language or objections. Spectators engaging in such behavior are subject to ejection and possible arrest. Please report any violations of these rules to the nearest server, security, or arena staff member. We want your time at the arena to be enjoyable and incident-free. If you're having an issue at any time that needs to be addressed, then please text the word CASE along with your issue and seat location to 55555. A member of our guest relations will respond and address your concern immediately.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game and the task ahead. Hi, everyone. So tonight, Tim, we got a fantastic matchup at the guard position. Indeed, some of the best in the league going head-to-head.
Yeah, this is the very top of the food chain when it comes to guard play in this league. Really no weaknesses out there for either backcourt.
Now, Golden State's starting five. The backcourt pair will be Curry and Podziemski. Butler is the 4, and Green operates as the small ball center. And it's Bogdanovich in at the small forward position. And the Warriors with possession here, following the miss by DeRozan. Curry fires from way outside. It's hauled in by the Kings. They're getting their first look of the season at the Warriors in this one.
And they had some memorable battles last season. Let's hope for more of the same here tonight.
Pass to DeRozan. Now here's Murray. 5 to shoot, and he's good on the 3-ball.
And you like Murray as a spot-up shooter. Knows where to park himself and always ready to receive the pass.
And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Guys, one of the more lengthy free agency sagas revolved around Jonathan Kuminga, and many thought his time was up in Golden State. He saw fewer and fewer minutes down the stretch of last season and into their playoff run. But when Kuminga tested free agency, tested potential sign and trade deals, nobody seemed to be the exact right fit. So eventually, he took the Warriors' offer. Guys, we'll see just how long this lasts, but for now, he'll continue to be in that Golden State uniform.
He'll continue to track that story. Okay, Shams, thanks for the report. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. And here's the fast break. Here's Podziemski. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
Well, he's just a jack of all trades. In addition to his scoring and defense, Butler is also a solid distributor.
Now here's Levine. He had 15 points last outing.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Pass to Podziemski. Back to Curry. Fires from way outside. The long-distance 3 is buried.
And you got the feeling that was coming. Curry loves coming back with a 3 of his own.
Here's MP. And he banks in the layup. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. And now, let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Kevin. Keegan Murray wants to excel at both ends, and he said, quote, "My defense wasn't where it needed to be, so I got a little faster, a little stronger, tried to figure out how to be physical defensively and be effective. Them trusting me to guard helps the other guys so they can focus more on offense." Kevin, back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks a lot. Pass to Butler. 1:32 left in the first. Here's Curry. Good, nice job down low. Curry's got his second basket of the night.
Well, I'd watch him the rest of the game because he is seeing a lot of shot strikes.
Some changes for Sacramento. He wants a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Adjustments are everything in this league, and you need to maximize your time to make those adjustments.
Shot by Hield, nobody around, and the lead is down inside single digits. Hield's got 5 points so far. They've got Šarić. Dennis Schroeder is out there with MP. And there's Monk, and it's Sabonis in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. Hits it from three-point range. Monk's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Kings. Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a win against the Suns.
Yeah, and in that one, they were aggressive, but also efficient. The exact balance you're looking to achieve.
It really showed you how together they were as a team, playing for one another.
Clock at 4. Here's Hield. Šarić grabs the board. Kings leading now by 11. Here's Schroeder. And again, it's Sacramento converting. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Pass to Horford. That's a 2 from Butler. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Butler's got his second basket.
Nice job using Butler off the ball, getting him a shot in rhythm.
You know, Tim, they say you can't measure heart, but Jimmy Butler, he plays with a lot of heart. He is non-stop.
Well, you can talk about his skill level and IQ, but Kevin, what you love about Butler is his competitive will, and he saves his best for the postseason.
And here is Šarić after the three-pointer from Dennis Schroeder. Sabonis sets the pick for Šarić. Down low. It's rebounded by Kuminga. Warriors trail by 14. To the middle. Here's Horford. And finished off by Horford.
No chance to shut that one down. Horford's reach made that play unstoppable.
Jones dishes to Monk. Launches a 3. And again, Sacramento with the 3.
He with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Now here's Butler. He's got 5. Hield can't hit. 1:52 left in the first half of the game. And Jones slams it in.
Well, it's smart that MP didn't settle for a layup. This young man hammered it down with confidence.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. And some changes here for the Kings. Eubanks, he's checked in for Sabonis. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Šarić. And Levine subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. Different look here for the Warriors. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Horford. Bogdanovich comes in for Jimmy Butler. Podziemski, he's checked in for Moses Moody. And Curry subbed in for Hield. Curry gets the bucket.
Well, that's Curry doing what he does best, doing damage from the outside.
MP against Curry. Levine gets a screen from Jones. And another 3 for Sacramento.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
And here's Curry, who brings it up for Golden State, trailing by 17. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Nuggets at Ball Arena in Denver. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Well, what a steady presence offensively and a very difficult player to game plan for.
Eubanks, the pass to MP. And the shot goes in. And the Kings lead by 17.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, the way this game is going, I'm actually not surprised it was that easy for him.
Sabonis, he's checked in for Sacramento. Keegan Murray comes in for Monk. Al Horford is checked in for Golden State. Here's Curry. Wow, magical moves inside from Steph Curry.
Gets one to go. It's been a great personal night for him, but those mean a lot less if you're losing.
MP kicks to DeRozan. For 3, Levine, good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. DeRozan's got 4 assists now tonight. Curry looking around. Here's the 3. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Pass to Sabonis. Levine for 3. Malik Monk has been leading the charge for Sacramento. And it was from three-point range where he did the most damage. He knocked down 3 in that quarter. We come back right after this.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear, what do you guys think? Looks like an action-packed group of games here.
Well, it's a very competitive league right now, Ernie. No more easy nights like Shaq and I had back in our day.
Oh, yeah, some of those teams were S-O-F-T, soft, but I'm not naming names.
And getting back to our current contest, very impressive first-half performance for the Kings. And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Really an incredible game from Malik Monk.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
Well, he's found his rhythm out there for sure. Now let's see how the defense adjusts to him in this half.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. Butler is the 4, and Green operates as the small ball center. Backcourt pair will be Curry and Podziemski. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3, the small forward. And Greg, you were a point guard. How has that position evolved over the years?
Well, if you think of how much more of the court that has to be covered and the style, you have to score more now to play the position. I think shooting becomes incredibly important. And then defensively, with all the switching, you got to be able to hold up against size and play all over the floor.
And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. Look at the Suns. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And I think for Sacramento, they've had a rocky start to the season, moving down a little here in the middle of the rankings. Hopefully they can make some corrections here and get this thing moving.
And Jones over to help. And Bogdanovich kicks to Butler. Bogdanovich passes to Butler. 3-pointer. Shot by Podziemski, no good.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And the basket by Jones.
Third quarter off to a great start offensively. That's 3 of their first 4 they've made.
Podziemski with it. Back to Curry. To the paint. Green kicks to Curry. 2 on the clock. Goes up the baseline. That's short off the rim.
He got the space he wanted for his mid-range. He just wasn't able to convert.
DeRozan finds Sabonis. Jones with the screen on Butler. Here's Murray. And Curry pulls it down.
Well, he's certainly more than capable of hitting that shot, but somehow, even with no defense, he came away empty.
Kings leading now by 19 points. So, GA, when you think about Steph Curry's legacy, he changed the way the NBA game is played.
Man, it is hard to find a player who's had the impact of a Steph Curry, making us rethink what is possible. Curry's endless range has really inspired a generation.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie Laporte.
Thank you. The Kings last season traded for Zach LaVine, and he said, quote, "I've been a fan for a long time, knowing how incredible these fans are each and every game. A Tuesday night, it's still going to be packed in here. People pull for their teams, and I don't take it for granted." Guys?
Tremendous support. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Kick out to Levine. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. MP's got 5 assists in the game. Warriors trail by 21. And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Then the shooters checked in for him. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Kings. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Monk is out there with Jones. Then there's Drew Eubanks. Then there's Saric, and it's Levine at the small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Outside Butler. Lets it go from deep. Knocks down the 3-ball.
And Butler makes just enough from out there that you have to respect him.
Healed against Jones. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And with the most recent collective bargaining agreement, Tim, teams have felt the pinch of those new luxury tax and apron penalties.
Yeah, and the goal of those being put in place was to have more top-tier talent equally spread out around the league. And as you've seen, there's been some tough decisions already. Some teams have had to trade away some of their stars just to make the math work.
And sometimes it's hard to make that math work. There's so many moving parts.
And as a result, it's more important to be able to structure out your supporting cast than ever before. And that's a rare trait. For a wing. Over the course of his career, most of Butler's points have come in the paint.
MP, good.
Well, that's what you're trying to do offensively. Get a shot close to the rim.
And Butler, here we go. And there's the call on Jones. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Kings making a change here. Murray's checked in. Stephen Curry's checked in for the Warriors. And stolen by Murray. To the inside. There's Levine, and Levine with the slam.
And there's a reason Levine was a back-to-back champ at the slam dunk contest. He doesn't waste an opportunity to put on a show.
Let's see the connected cam angle on that stunning play, brought to you by AT&T. Golden State's gone outside a lot tonight, 17 times in fact, 7 of 17. Butler passes to Curry. Buries the long-range jumper.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Kings leading now by 21. Jones dishes to Monk from past the arc. Rebound by Butler. Warriors have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the 4th quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, that'll give them something to think about.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Saric comes in for Murray. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Levine. Then for the Warriors, Green is checked in for Horford. Bogdanovich comes in for Jonathan Kuminga. And it's Brandon Pajemski in for Buddy Hield. Jones in the post, guarded by Kerr. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. A big group substitution here for Sacramento. Sabonis, he's checked in for Eubanks. Keegan Murray comes in for Sharch. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Malik Monk. And Levine subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. Butler, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Butler.
Is that just a miscommunication? It just can't happen. Let's hope they get on the same page.
Kings leading now by 18. MP, and MP throws it down.
And he is just piling up the numbers here. MP seems to improve every time we see him. Such an impressive talent.
The kick outside to Butler. Green with a screen on Levine. Pajemski, and it's off from three-point range. Sacramento leading by 20. MP deciding where to go with it. And here we go. It's Butler.
And Jimmy Butler earning himself another whistle. He knows how to draw contact.
And Jimmy Butler is what some might call an old-school kind of player. Would you agree, Greg?
Yeah, I mean, he's all toughness, grit, and basketball IQ. A tone setter, the defensive end who plays unselfishly. That guy is all about winning.
A big group substitution here for Sacramento. Eubanks, he's checked in for Sabonis. Sharch comes in for Murray. Monk's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Levine. Then for the Warriors, Al Horford's checked in for Green. Kuminga comes in for Bogdanovich. And Hield subbed in for Brandon Pajemski. And he's good on the second.
Well, that's the problem, playing catch-up at the end. Every point matters, but at least it wasn't an empty trip.
Inside. Sharch passes to Jones. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Kings.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for MP.
Well, he had a lot of success making plays for his team and breaking down the defense.
Pass to Eubanks. Driving to the basket. MP's shot is good.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Yeah, the atmosphere in this arena has been unbelievable. Great all-around effort by everyone to put this game away.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
Well, he is really filling it up, but also keeping others involved.
So it's the Kings winning this one easily. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that about wraps it up. Along with Tim Legler.
Hey fans, it's MP here to talk about a cause that's near.
Why would anybody be listening? Not many interest in that. It's pride. People are very comfortable in reading really
enjoyable sports experience. We therefore ask you to refrain from any disruptive behavior, such as fighting, throwing objects, attempting to enter the court or interrupt play, or using improper language or gestures. Spectators engaging in such behavior are subject to ejection and possible arrest. Please report any violations of these rules to the nearest usher, security, or arena staff member. We want your time at the arena to be enjoyable and incident-free. If you are having an issue at any time that needs to be addressed, then please
Welcome, everyone. A little extra excitement. All right, let's check out the starting group for the Thunder. Two big bodies inside with Holmgren and Hartenstein in the middle. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2, and it's Williams in at the 3 spot. And for Sacramento, the duo inside, Murray and Sabonis. The vet pair on the wings with Levine at the 2, DeRozan at the 3. And it's MP in at the point. Here we go. It's game 1 of the NBA Cup. This game will count both towards group play and the regular season standing.
Yeah, to win this thing, you probably have to win this first game. Advancing with a loss is possible, but then you have to win your final 3 in the Cup group stage. So this opener is
huge. Well, as the saying goes, gotta give the people what they want. MP is looking to reward his hometown fans' dedication by putting on a show. And most importantly, bringing home a win. Not just tonight, but he's determined to win a ton here at home.
The MP is making a point. Protect the home floor, establishing a home court advantage, and that's something this team wants to get set in stone. MP hopes this is a goal that will be adopted by every player on his team for a season-long effort.
And it's the Kings with the ball, following the 3 by Oklahoma City. And something close to my heart going on tonight. It's Dunks for Dollars here in the arena, a charity that helps local dog shelters.
Well, I think we all can agree that this is one of the best nights at the arena. They raise so much money and for such a good cause. A lot of very happy pups out there because of the efforts of this organization.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Doug Christie gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. The conversation quickly turned to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who Coach called a problem. He's fast, he's strong, he's smart with the ball, Coach said, so our defense is going to be working overtime to keep up with him, but we will keep up with him. Coach thinks his guys are up for the challenge tonight. Back over to you.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. When it comes to the scoring ability of Chet Holmgren, there's a lot to talk about, Doris.
Oh, come on, B.A. This guy's 7'1" and a sweet shooter from long range. He can put it on the deck and get to the mid-range. He can finish at the rim. Oh, my goodness, look out.
Now here's SGA. What a tremendous game he played against Portland.
I love when Shea does not just settle for a layup. Finish with authority. What a pretty dunk.
For Sacramento, they've gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. MP, the pass to DeRozan. Just 5 on the clock. Murray for 3. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Coming off a win against the Blazers.
And we all know that on the road, you don't usually look so comfortable on the offensive end. But that was the story of the game.
It came down to execution. No wasted possessions, and that is absolutely essential trying to win on the road.
Jones, the pass to Sabonis. Hartenstein pulls it in.
Boy, that is tough defense. Exactly how you want to play him.
Dort for 3. He's looking good. 2 buckets and 3 attempts.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has a...
Substituting on the court.
Sacramento has gotten 6 of 11 threes to go in this game. We've got Drew Eubanks. Dario Saric is out there with Zach LaVine. Then it's Malik Monk, and it's MP in at the 1. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. 4 on the clock. Monk for 3. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
And when the game is this close, you have to go all out.
He certainly understands his role, huh? When the shot goes up, just crashes the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
There's a screen by Wiggins. And here's Caruso outside. And another 3 for Oklahoma City.
You love it when a guy can put a slow start behind him and begin to ramp it up.
All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
Well, after winning the title, OKC secured their future. Significant extensions this summer for Chet Holmgren, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and both of their Jalen Williamses. The Thunder are building something for the long haul, guys.
An exciting young team. All right, Shams, thank you. Jones, the pass to LaVine. The 3. And the Kings with another 3.
LaVine's form is pure. That three-point shot is pretty.
Williams looking around. Deflects the pass. Going all the way to the rack. Oh, now that's how you finish a break. Throw it down with force.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Wallace, the pass to Wiggins. Outside, Williams. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. And it's Sacramento's ball. Good momentum, 8 straight points. MP, no good.
Boy, you'd like him to finish a little stronger there.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, Malik Monk is a key player for the Kings. He said, coming to the organization, I felt like I could bring an energy that Zach had been waiting for. And it's a comfortable fit. Coming here slows everything down. I can just focus on my craft at hand, and it's been working for me. Back to you, B.A.
He's played great for him. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. And here's Saric for 3. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Sacramento?
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
Look at who's out there now for Sacramento. Domantas Sabonis, he's checked in for Eubanks. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Saric. And it's Schroeder in for LaVine. Caruso, he's checked in for Wiggins. And out of bounds, Sacramento will have it. And here's the upcoming schedule for Sacramento. On Sunday, they'll be matching up with Anthony Edwards and the Minnesota Timberwolves. And then on Tuesday, they'll be taking on Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets.
One way you could look at this difficult stretch against some of the best in the league, it's a tremendous chance to prove to the league just how good your team is. It could provide a huge statement.
SGA against Jones. And the big finish by Holmgren.
And before he even leaves the floor, Holmgren has the ball at rim level.
Pass to Monk, to the middle. Sabonis in the post. He's guarded by Hartenstein. Sabonis' shot is off. Now here's Dort. Shot's good. SGA making the play. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists in the game. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Kings. Their last meeting was in Oklahoma City, where they were unable to fight off the Thunder.
They were blown out by this squad last time. Could not stop the bench from scoring. That was the difference.
Domantas Sabonis has filled out his frame, and if you need some physicality around the rim, this guy is willing to do it.
To the paint. Tries again. Ooh, the confidence from Holmgren inside.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Back to Jones. It's stolen by SGA. Caruso, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. He nails it, and we're tied. SGA's got 9.
Oh, that's great basketball. Denying them on one end while grabbing points on the other.
So a tie game here as we finish the first half. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Greetings, everybody.
And taking a look at the Kings, they've started this season on the right foot, something we kind of expected, given their offseason. We'll see if this is a pace they can maintain.
And let's take a look at this first half of play for the Kings. Not a lot of separation here at the midway point.
The front office made it a...
And that's a wrap on.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Malik Monk really making a difference. Wow, MP! That'll make the top 10.
Boy, MP, what a fancy finish.
And Grant, in recent years, we've seen the pace of the NBA game increasing.
Yeah, it stagnated in the 90s, but it is back. We're still not at the frenetic pace of the 1960s when we'd see over 120 possessions a game, but the efficiency is at an all-time high.
On the wing, Levine. SGA covering. MP, a screen on Williams. Dort against DeRozan. Shot clock at 6. Murray from outside. Oh, my goodness! He'll go to the line with a chance at a 4-point play. It's going to be on Jalen Williams. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Yeah, skilled player already. Keegan Murray is committed to only getting better and becoming more dangerous out there.
Pass to Williams. From deep, Holmgren. Rebound by the Kings. Sabonis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Back to Jones. MP, the flush.
And the defense is going to remember this. They might try to make MP pay for it.
Dort outside. Holmgren outside. To stop the run. Sinks it from distance. Holmgren's got 7.
Guys with size who can shoot with range, that is a tough tandem to defend.
Well, talking about Jalen Williams, what excites you most about this kid, Doris?
Okay, I don't know where to begin, PA, because you are talking about a legitimate two-way force and a guy who has the potential to be a perennial all-star. He takes on a huge defensive assignment. He can sustain an offense when your star is off the floor. Like, look out, this guy's game is big time.
Hartenstein a screen. Here's SGA. Look at Shea playing big inside.
Very few people do it more often or better in pick and roll action than Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. That's tough to stop.
Here's Jones. misses from close range.
Boy, they've managed without him to a degree, which bodes well for them overall.
Williams finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Floats one, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Thunder will retain possession. And let's take this time to bring up the list of last season's elite shot-blocking teams. Second, the Thunder.
Well, talk about rim protection. Last season, they were patrolling the paint, rejecting shots at will.
Get outside! Get outside!
Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. Oh, Sabonis with the steal. DeRozan passes to Murray. Takes the contact, and Murray still drops it in.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
Here's SGA. Williams from long range. It's rebounded by Sabonis. Sabonis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. MP, the pass to Levine. Screen by MP. Pass to Sabonis. Outside Murray. From the arc. That one falls. Nice feed from Sabonis. And now a 10-point Kings lead.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
A nice shot by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander has now emerged into a superstar, and on nights like this, guys, he's unstoppable.
And so now a timeout called by Doug Christie. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Monk, he's checked in for MP. Then for Oklahoma City, Wiggins, he's checked in for Hart. Thunder trail by 9. MP is out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then it's Drew Eubanks. Then it's DeMar DeRozan. And it's Monk in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. Here's Williams. There's the triple. The rebound by Eubanks. Eubanks, he's got his 4th rebound in this one. To the middle. MP shot is off.
You know, things haven't clicked for him offensively, but other guys around him, give them credit. They're filling in the gaps.
Here's Wallace. Oh, a rim-rattling 2-handed jam.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Wiggins with a screen on Schroeder. Pass to Wallace. Beyond the arc. Rebound by Sacramento. Eubanks, he's got 5 rebounds tonight. Jones, the pass to Eubanks. Back to MP. Here's Schroeder. Jones with a screen on Caruso. Schroeder can't get it to go. Right side, Williams. No good there. Great D that time from Monk. Sacramento leading by 9. Oh, got a piece of it. Caruso with it. He's picked up by Schroeder. Caruso outside. Pass to Wiggins. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
And Sacramento with some changes. Domantas Sabonis, he's checked in for Eubanks. Keegan Murray comes in for Monk. And it's Zach LaVine in for Schroeder. A big group substitution here for Oklahoma City. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Williams. Chet Holmgren comes in for Wiggins. Lou Dort, he's checked in for Caruso. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Wallace. With the step back on the wing, Williams. 4th quarter play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Here's LaVine. Oh, could be inside, but LaVine gets it through.
Whoa, that's a tough shot. LaVine showing some intensity inside.
Outside Holmgren takes a 3. Yes, sir, with the 3.
Well, we know this guy is always a threat offensively. You can't lose sight of him.
Now Levine jacks up a three at the arc. Zach Levine.
And that's become a more comfortable shot for Levine as his career has gone on.
Here's Dort. Puts up the tray. It's good from beyond the arc.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Holmgren with the block.
Jeff Holmgren meets that one at the rim. Nicely done.
It's good.
And you can feel the temperature rising in this arena. Both teams pouring it on offensively.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or two.
Here's MP. Outside Levine. 6 to shoot. From downtown, Levine lets it fly from the corner.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor space.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team. Productive and efficient.
SGA knocks down the trifecta.
The quiet confidence, the ruthless execution. You need a big-time bucket. Shea is on time.
Now DeRozan. MP, a screen on Williams. And he commits the intentional foul.
Chet Holmgren. First personal foul. First team foul.
MP is doubled. And so the ball out of bounds. Jones touched it last.
Boy, an unfortunate mix-up right there. Cost them a possession.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. Given the situation here, what sort of strategy needs to be top of mind?
The strategy is simple. Get a quick score and foul right away.
Everybody has got to be in the exact perfect position defensively, and execution has got to be on point. SGA. That's Shea Gilgeous-Alexander to you. Big-time clutch delivery.
And an intentional foul right there.
First personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting for Sacramento. MP taking 2 shots.
And no good, as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second.
Yeah, big-time moment for MP.
And the second of 2 is good. And that puts him up 5. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
And looking for a quick bucket here.
You've got to run a play that's a quick strike. You've got to immediately foul after that.
He drops the first one. And that shrinks the margin to just 4. Both free throws good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, they desperately needed those free throws, and he delivered. It's down to a one-possession game.
And now we've got an intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 5-point game.
Yeah, the crucial part of those free throws is that it now makes it a 2-possession game.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Mark Daigneault had some words for his team over the last break. Coach delivering an inspiring message to his team saying, quote, hey, we can win this game. Believe in yourselves. Battle to the end. Honestly, guys, even I was a bit pumped up after hearing this one.
Okay, thank you, Allie. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
Ooh, he doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though.
You know, so far, I'm pretty impressed with MP's attitude. He doesn't seem like a young hothead. He knows he's got a lot of work to do on his game.
And it's the Thunder with the ball. Trailing by 4. Lou Dort. Ooh, the 3 doesn't go. And now they foul and stop the clock.
Gilgeous-Alexander. Third personal foul. 5th team foul. At the line for 2. MP.
So the first one drops. And that puts him up 5. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Well, just a great job there. He put the game out of reach.
Outside Williams. Can't get the 3. And so it's Sacramento with the W. And remember, tonight's win means they're 1-0 in the NBA Cup. A great start to the group stage.
Well, getting that first win under your belt is...
I'd like to present this check to the CEO of Fuzzy Yellow Friends, who provides homes and toys to rescues all over this great city. Give it up, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, MP and the team, for going so hard in the paint. Congrats on your huge win, and thanks to your dunks, we are going to be able to provide toys and homes to hundreds of rescue dogs in our great city.
Thank you. Do you have a rescue for us?
We have so many wonderful animals searching for forever homes. I'm sure we can find you the perfect companion at Fuzzy Yellow Friends. Thank you.
Great.
Stephanie?
this season. We have sales and package games available. So the nearest ticket booth or visit the team site to secure your seats today. Thanks for all my info. Make sure to be here for our big game giveaway. Head to the game and get a figure even famous mascot. We still have a few pizza dollars left for the night. Please go to the nearest ticket booth. We want your time at the arena to be enjoyable and incident-free. If you're having with you at any time that needs to be addressed, then please text the word "things" along with your issue and seek location to 55555. A member of our guest relations will respond and address your concern immediately. Don't miss a minute of this exciting Kings season. Visit us online or the ticket booth. Tickets on sale from the post-game. Our next souvenir
and getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. With Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson, I'm Kevin Harlan. And our very own Allie LaForce has the sidelines covered for us tonight. RJ, already this season, we have seen some upsets.
Yeah, early games, you often see some surprising outcomes. Lower-ranked teams defeats a contender. It creates a little bit of a buzz.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. The big men on the floor for him, Randall and Gobert. The guard pair will be Conley and Edwards. And it's McDaniels at the 3 slot. Minnesota with the ball. Pass to Conley. Fires the 3. Rebound by Murray. MP sets the screen for Murray. And the dunk by MP.
This young kid's got some ups. MP throwing it down.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. To the middle. Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Well, a new ownership group taking over for the Timberwolves. There remains a commitment to continuity on the basketball side. And while creating a replacement for the league's second oldest arena is a priority, they made it clear their commitment is to remain in Minnesota.
You'll love to hear it. All right, Shams, we thank you for the report. Here's McDaniels following the score by DeMar DeRozan. And here's Conley outside. They get it back.
And the length of Gobert can be so difficult to deal with. And that's why you have to be physical with him on defense.
The Timberwolves shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws. So those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Now, here's MP. 12 points his last outing. Levine dishes to MP. DeRozan gets a screen from Jones. Count that bucket.
That's his bread and butter, DeRozan, one of the great mid-range shooters in this game.
The Timberwolves have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Levine against Edwards, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
MP, no good.
I'm not sure if he lost focus or what, but that was trash.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
A bit ago, Doug Christie and I were able to chat. Coach and I talked about the difficulties playing against Anthony Edwards. He said, quote, usually you worry about his offense, but he's shown the last few years that he's a lockdown defender when he wants to be. That's something that we'll need to factor into our game plan. Ant's defense is now a concern for coaches as well. Kevin?
All right, Allie, thank you. Now, McDaniels, after Zach LaVine missed from long range. Here's Randall. And Sabonis pulls it down. And so MP will bring it up for Sacramento. Trailing by 2. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Gets the ball inside and gets it
Gone. Nice work by MP.
And timeout called by Chris Finch.
Substituting on the court.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Pass to Monk. Latre. Randall grabs the board. For Minnesota, they've gone 0-4 in the second quarter. Obviously, that needs to change. On the court for Minnesota, Randall and Reed holding down the post spots. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Dillingham. And it's Clark in at the 3. There's no doubt Sabonis has developed RJ into one of the best big men in the NBA. A double-double machine.
Yeah, and what's most impressive about his 2024 performance, he had a game where he was the first player in NBA history to have a triple-double without missing a shot, turning the ball over, or committing a foul. It was literally a perfect game.
Now, here's Reed. Following the miss by MP, Reed. Down it goes, his third basket. He's now 3 for 4.
Makes up for a lack of speed with just tremendous effort and hustle on that play.
Jones kicks it over to Schroeder. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. Schroeder's got the game tied up here for Sacramento. Pass to DiVincenzo. Launches it. It's hauled in by the Kings. This, their first chance to take a look at Minnesota this season.
And last year, an entertaining season series between the two ended up battling to a draw.
And we're watching two teams looking to make that next step. They want to break out of the middle of the pack, prove they can do some damage.
Pass to Clark. Handle a screen on Monk. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Reed. And he drops it in. From the low post. Reed's got 4 points in the quarter.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Her kicks to MP. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Pass to Sabonis. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. MP passes to Sabonis. Takes it out to Schroeder. Sinks the triple. Schroeder's got 8 points.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
And a new front office taken over in Sacramento, Richard, this past summer.
Not to mention first-time head coach Doug Christie taking over the sidelines. Insignificant change to this roster. It'll all be judged by the results on the floor as usual.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Murray's checked in for Saric. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Monk. And Zach LaVine sub in for Dennis Schroeder. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Randall. McDaniels comes in for Clark. Edwards, he's checked in for Dillingham. And it's Conley in for Dante DiVincenzo. MP finds LaVine. Back to MP. And they double up MP. And yes, it's good. He's got 6.
That is a play that is beyond his years. MP takes the contact and still gets it to fall.
Conley with the 3. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
It definitely made things easier for them. When the other team is just handing you the ball back, you got to make them pay for it.
Here is Edwards. Following the basket by MP. And Reed has it in the corner. Good, and the assist goes to Edwards. Reed's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Selfless pass by Edwards, kicking it out instead of forcing something himself.
Levine inside the three-point line. And the Kings check on 2 more. 6 seconds left to play in the first half. Edwards fires from... Oh, yes, he can! Yes, he can!
At the buzzer, that's why he's that dude.
Yeah. Wow, what a way to finish up the quarter.
Yeah, that's 1-100 type shot. But hey, that is why you just throw it up there.
And guys, when you look at some of these games, what stands out to you?
I like seeing the best of the best go at it, Ernie. I mean, like 2 teams who are evenly matched because...
And guys, let's talk now about that first half from Minnesota there in a tight one.
Got to give it up for this.
Thank you for being with us. Now let's...
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Timberwolves lead by 1. Live from Golden One Center. You're watching 2K Sports. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Oz Reed with a strong contribution so far in this one.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
In the front court, the forwards will be DeRozan and Murray. Zach LaVine is out there with MP. And Sabonis in at the 5. And so that's who Doug Christie starts the second half with. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thanks a lot, guys. Well, the son of Hall of Fame big man Arvydas Sabonis, DeMontis said he was a 7-footer that could do everything, like a point guard. He's at a whole different level. I'm just another basketball player. He is a legend. But his father said DeMontis is a warrior like me, and I'm very proud. Kevin?
Great stuff. Okay, Allie, we thank you. And GA, you know some people argue that defense has declined in recent years. Would you agree?
I think mostly it's just harder to defend in today's game. You have to cover so much more ground, and with the lack of physicality, it just makes it more challenging.
Edwards, no good.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. You know, Richard, the Sacramento Kings are an organization that has faced heavy criticism for their decision-making.
Look at the players they've missed out on the draft, the stars that they've traded away, as well as the coach that they fired. Short-term thinking has done major damage to their long-term success, if any.
Now here's Edwards. He's got 7. Gobert with it. Pass to Conley. Over in the corner, McDaniels. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. McDaniels got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. The Kings leading. Jones dishes to Levine. Jones sets the pick for Levine. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. MP's got 3 assists tonight. Outside Edwards. McDaniels outside. No one near Randall as he lets it go. And another 3 for Minnesota.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
MP passes to Sabonis. And DeRozan kicks to Levine. Fires top of the key. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
Surprising he didn't bury that, but hey, it happens sometimes.
McDaniels passes to Edwards. And Randall throws it down.
Not enough defense there. Allowing Randall to get that close is a recipe for disaster.
Here's MP. Another shot. MP gets the job done inside.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say they need to emphasize rebounding going forward.
Back to Edwards for the lead. It's hauled in by the Kings. Sabonis has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Greg, Anthony Edwards is full of confidence, and it's beautiful to watch.
And rightfully so. And can do it all on the floor. As complete of a wing as you'll find in our league.
So it's the Timberwolves now after the Kings pick up 2. To the paint. He's looking for MP and finds him. That one good for 2.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Timberwolves trail by 6. McDaniels outside. Back to Edwards. Fires from deep. Edwards with another miss.
See, what a rough quarter for him. Nothing seemingly going his way.
Murray, the pass to Jones. Missed inside. For Minnesota, they've gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Conley gets the bucket.
And he's been a terrific point guard in this league for a long time. Mike Conley just knows how to play.
Pass to Murray. Kick out to Levine. Stolen by Michael Conley. Outside Edwards. With 1 on the clock. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. MP has been leading the charge for Sacramento. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter, what is still anybody's ballgame. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Randall and Reed holding down the post spots. Dillingham is out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Ingles at small forward. Offensive rebound.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Now, this is what we want from MP. Night after night, an energetic performance on the offensive end.
Timberwolves trail by 6. Dillingham with it. Now defended by MP. Down low. MP going right to the rim.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher.
Reed in the post. Eubanks defending. Just 5 to shoot. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Count it.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
Kings leading now by 6. Here's MP. Whoa, MP throws down the sledgehammer.
Look at how swiftly MP moves to the rim there.
Timberwolves shooting 40% from the field. And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. Keegan Murray's checked in for Dennis Schroeder. Minnesota also with the sub. Edwards has come in for Dillingham. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. He told his players, we are right there, guys. This game is ours. Continue to work hard, and we will win this game.
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you. Jones dishes to Monk for the 3, and that comes off the assist by Jones. MP's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. DiVincenzo against MP. For 3, Edwards. A 3-pointer is right on target.
His first triple of the second half. Can he get it going?
Now Murray. Here's Jones. Trying to get open is Murray. And that one falls.
It's just what the doctor ordered here. Boy, have they needed him here in the 4th.
Edwards inside. Monk defending.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the plate and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Another shot, and that's in there. Excellent awareness.
How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
And you can see them just deflate after giving up that score. And they know that they can't dig themselves out of this hole if they're allowing second chance points.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Sabonis comes in for Eubanks. And Levine subbed in for Monk. Timberwolves also changing it up. Gobert is checked in for Reed. McDaniels comes in for Joe Ingles. And it's Conley in for Dante DiVincenzo. Edwards with the dunk of the night.
Oh, my. What a huge flush by Edwards. Showing off right now.
Kings leading now by 9. Stolen by McDaniel. Edwards careening his way to the rim.
And getting aggressive and creative. Edwards finding ways to create space on the floor.
Here's Murray. Oh, the one-handed hammer.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Conley fires. And there's the three.
I'll tell you, you give Conley the ball and trust him to make the right decision.
Sabonis up top. Now MP. Oh, what a play inside.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Edwards. Cleared away by Sabonis.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
MP left side. Right side Levine. 5 on the clock. Jones with the screen on Edwards. The three goes down.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
36 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Levine outside. It's stolen by Edwards.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Yeah, they got to be disappointed with this result.
Outside Conley puts up the three. Murray rips down the board. So it's Sacramento picking up the win. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
out your lunch last night.
Oh, I went and saw Mary's session. She gave me some popcorn. Popcorn for her meal.